I don't know when I got it, but maybe for the last birthday or for Christmas, but I got an iPod, and I've downloaded some songs and put some songs from CD onto my iPod, and I've gotten into the habit of listening to music at night when I go to bed. So Jen's there falling asleep and I stick the iPod on and just listen to music. It takes me a long time to get to sleep, and even longer now listening to the iPod. But one of the songs that I downloaded, that Naomi Ainge gave me some Christian CDs, and one of the bands I'd never heard of sang a song, and I just wrote out some of the words, called Changing World. And it says, this is part of the lyrics: my life is not what I thought, I'm not where I planned to be, something's gone. Then it says, there's nothing wrong with my changing world. So my life's not what I thought, I'm not where I planned to be, something's wrong, something's gone, but there's nothing wrong with my changing world. And it really grabbed me at night, because it's very rare that any of us have reached the place where our life has turned out the way we've planned it. And sometimes when life doesn't work out the way we've planned it, sometimes we think that something's not just gone from our lives, but we think that something's wrong with our lives. So I just love those words saying, there's nothing wrong with my changing world. And I want to encourage you, the world is a changing world. Our lives are changing lives. And God's really encouraged me not just to look for his hand of blessing, but look to his face. Not just look to his hand, but look to his heart, and to go beyond the plans of God into the person of God. So I want to encourage everybody to I don't know, just not be so fixed up in the plans of God, but the personhood of God. And he's a great God. His nature is that he's good. His nature is that he wants to bless us. He's made a covenant with us to be our greatest fan, to see good things happen within our lives. And sometimes we put God in a headlock and we want God to do certain things by a certain time. And I've taken God out of a headlock and said, God, you just be God. And I'm just here to love you, and I'm just here to get to know you. And in the Psalms that I've been reading, the greatest thing I can take from the Psalms is when the psalmist says, teach me your ways. Show me your paths. And I love that, because a lot of us want to see the acts of God, but the psalmist wants to know the ways of God. The other day, my wife and I were at Tesco's, and we'd just been to the gym, and we were going around Tesco's with a weekly shop, and we met a guy called Jonathan Dunning, and he's one of the main church leaders in Sheffield, in the south side of Sheffield. He knows a lot of ministers and that. And I said to Jonathan, this must be divine. This is a divine connection meeting you today. And it was a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but I kind of meant it because I really like Jonathan. But he said, Dave, everything's divine. And it just locked within me to realize that life isn't just a matter of those magic moments, those special moments of divine coincidences, that if you're walking with God, everything's divine. And I want to encourage every person to see God in everything, and to build up a list of thanksgiving to God and gratefulness to God for the good things that he's doing. So, sometimes in life we just thank him for the exceptional, but not for the normal. Sometimes the miracles we're looking for are creative miracles, bones being put back together, people being risen from the dead. Yet a lot of miracles are miracles of coincidence, miracles of hearts being changed, miracles of our hearts being changed, miracles of new attitudes, miracles of even the smallest of provision. And the fact is that God doesn't just visit us, he doesn't just come into our world, we're in his world. And I want to encourage you, whether at work and the conversations you have with people, or whether it's saying hello to the neighbors, or whether it be new relationships, the whole thing's divine. And let's build our relationship around the fact that we're actually in his world, he's not just in our world. Someone once said to Paul Daniels, the former star of magic in Great Britain, that he was a lucky guy, and he immediately responded back. I think he quoted somebody else and said, it's not luck. He said, well, if it was, then luck is where years of preparation meet a moment of opportunity. And I kind of like that, because sometimes in God we're expecting lucky things to happen, and yet, you know, it's the same in the kingdom of God when it comes to the blessings of God, months of preparation meet a moment of opportunity, and some divine reaction happens. And so I've realized in my Christian life that I want to spend a lot of time on the preparation, and expecting it to meet at some stage a moment of opportunity. I've been preaching on the similarities between going to Virgin Active and going to Hope City Active, so the gym and the church of the living God, and both are into fitness. One's into physical fitness, the other's into spiritual fitness, and spiritual fitness is supreme because it's to do with eternity, to do with changing lives forever. And so make sure your resolutions this year aren't just to do with losing a few pounds, but to do with God changing the heart, giving me spiritual muscle, spiritual power, making me more mobile, more flexible than ever before, taking away the irritations that have come from hurt, unforgiveness, bitterness, and things like that. But to make a commitment this year to prepare ourselves for great things. If you can prepare yourself and make yourself spiritually strong and spiritually healthy, it's amazing how God will pick you up and use you for extraordinary things. Sometimes when the harvest is big, it's going to take a lot of fit people to bring in the harvest. And even sometimes when there's curveballs, even the testings of God, if you're fit, if you're strong, if you're healthy, then you'll recover much quicker than people who go into life insipid and weak and with a lack of muscle power, with a heart condition. So I want to encourage you, spend a bit of time on physical fitness, but spend a lot of time on spiritual fitness. Say, God, renew a right heart within me, create a right spirit.